Hey guys, and welcome to the patch notes for the 24th of January 2018 patch for Black Desert. So in these patch notes, there will be a number of interesting new events starting, the introduction of Vell, this brand new world boss, and this is an ocean hunting world boss, who will be coming on Sunday, January 28th, as well as a few other small changes. So, the first is new events. So there's a Wish Lantern event starting for the Chinese New Year. It's nothing special. You get like +1 luck for using 1 loyalty on a lantern for 30 minutes. No real need to worry about it. The Fortune Cookie event is back. So veterans might remember this from a few months ago. You have two options between 2 fortune cookies. One gives a few blackstones. The other gives quests that can give actually very nice rewards. You can get, I believe the best rewards were 3 of each of the magical blackstones for enhancing past pry. So there's some pretty good quests there. And finally, the best thing is the new check-in reward. There's a new attendance reward, the Valks attendance reward. So let's check that out here. So, starting off, the 25th of January at server reset until February 24th, we get these attendance rewards. Let me just scroll down here. So Artisan's Memory times 1, times 1, times 2, times 2, and times 3 for a total of, I want to say 9. Plus some amazing, lots of advice at Valks, +10, +15, +20, 25, 30, 35, 40, 45, and 50. These here, right here are tri-stacks. These are tet stacks right here. Like that's a tri-stack, duo stacks. Even these are just nice, easy. You don't have to bother with fail stacking for a bit. Like this is awesome. The final reward, the Shikatu's Luxury Box, is pretty good if you get the good stuff. Most of us are probably just going to get 25 memory fragments, 6 sharps, or 12 hards, which are still great to get, no mistake. But 1 or 2 lucky people on the server, most likely, will probably obtain a Tet Ogre Ring, or a Tet Tungrad, or a Tet Earring. You know, just something that's going to make you hate them. And there's a good chance they're not going to be level 56, and they're going to ask what they should do. And maybe they won't even sell it, and they'll quit the game forever and have an item worth more than your entire bank account. But yeah, you know, 25 memory fragments, guys. Look to the bright side. But yeah, so this attendance reward, amazing. It's I don't even know what to say. This is great. Lots of memory fragments. This is the attendance reward for enhancing your gear, which is what Black Desert is mostly about. So I mean, this is a great attendance reward. Like, and it's an attendance reward. You don't even need to participate in the event. Just log in, grab the stuff, log out. Anyways, back to the patch notes themselves. The Snowflake event is ending. New Year's Food event is ending. And a weekend EXP boost will be held from January 25th to January 29th. Apart from that, the marketplace registration queue has been set to 15 minutes. I'm not sure if this means that it will be an exact 15 minutes for items, as that was already what the queue is supposed to be, or if this was just fixing some bugs or clarifying. Not too sure. A few small graphical effect changes and bug fixes. So, Vell, the ocean boss, has been added. So there will be a large whirlpool in the area where it's going to appear. This whirlpool can cause a lot of damage, so please be cautious. It is a hunting boss, so it can only be hurt by cannons and matchlocks. It also has a lot of little minions called lopters that will attack ships. And these things can only be defeated with matchlocks. Don't worry about doing damage to Vell if you are on a ship. As long as you are part of a party that does damage to Vell, you will be considered for the same contribution in terms of damage. And just like with whales, when it's defeated, it leaves behind Vell's fragment. So a certain amount of damage, kind of like world bosses. So parties that have dealt a certain amount of damage, so similar to world bosses, can loot a reward from it. And it's got quite a few decent rewards. But that's a separate video. Most players will probably not be doing Vell just because in the Korean server right now, it's buggy as hell. It's been actually patched out for now in Korea. And while yes, its rewards are amazing, just like everything else, the RNG required to get them is also pretty amazing. So yeah. So, 8 characters with AP over 245 will now have higher attack efficiency, which doesn't change much for the vast majority of players. There are some nice monster zone changes. So, balancing purposes, the monsters in the following Valentian and Common Sylvia zones have had their HP decreased and DP increased. So basically it's just making it so that they'll take less damage if you have higher or lower AP, but they also have less health, so it's just really a rebalancing. It's not changing too much. Recommended AP has been changed for several monster zones. So here they are. I'll just freeze frame on that for a few seconds so you can look at them all. Not really too many big changes here. Sawson's still has a recommended AP cap of 180. Nothing really too big here, honestly. So here's a big change actually. The weakened magic Oscilla accessories have been added. These accessories are suitable for beginning adventures and have a higher enhancement success rate compared to that of other accessories. You can enhance Oscilla's Crimson Eye accessories with weakened magic Oscilla accessories. And they will be dropped in certain specific monster zones in Valencia. So this means you can get the Oscilla stuff in Medea and then go farm these in Valencia. So I'm not too sure if this means that if you use them, if they'll destroy the Oscilla, because when you enhance accessories, if you fail, they're destroyed. So I'm not sure if the Oscilla accessories, if you fail, they're going to stick around, or if you fail, they'll be destroyed similar to all the other accessories. So I guess I'll have to find out. A few node war balance changes. The chance of an item being sold by pre-order has risen by 12.5%. You can now buy the item, and okay, so if this actually works, this is the biggest change in the patch notes. You can now buy the item lot you succeeded in bidding in the marketplace, even if a cheaper lot of the same item becomes available. So what this means is, if you are buying memory fragments, and you win the bid on a bunch of memory fragments, and you are purchasing all these memory fragments, and some dumbass puts his memory fragments up on the market for minimum price because he doesn't know that memory fragments will always sell at maximum price pretty much instantly, you no longer get that annoying please purchase the cheaper item message that will stick around until your item is no longer purchasable, and you'll also fail to bid on it because you can only bid on it once, and if you fail to bid, if you fail to buy anything or only buy one part of the stack, you don't get to bid on it again. You've got to wait. It goes to buy phase, and everyone can buy it. So this is honestly, if this works, because they've tried things like this quite a few times, changes the marketplace, and for some reason they never really work out. But if this actually works out, this is probably the biggest quality of life change in Black Desert. This is, oh my god, this is amazing. Yeah, so that's an awesome change. Apart from that, there's nothing too big. The class changes, there's nothing huge here. Most classes did get a fairly common change across the board, where if you press directional keys twice in succession, so double tap them like that, you'll activate a movement ability if you have it, if it's bound to that. So for example, Musa's Chase can now be activated like that. Tamer has a few that can activate like that, Valkyrie. So just experiment with your class, see if they got one of those changes. Apart from that, nothing too big for the classes. A lot of the new Vell items. A new accessory, Rainbow Coral Ring, has been added, which it has 5 AP and a max HP plus 100, and it gains 2 AP per successful enhancement, and that's also from Vell. For the second straight week, they've fixed this, the luck level plus 1 not being applied with the Coral Crown event item. And they fixed that last week, so let's see if the fix actually goes through. But apart from that, there's not too much else. Oh, so for people that use Artisan's Memories, the maximum durability recovered from using it has been increased from triple to quadruple. So if you were going to use an Artisan's Memory with a memory fragment on a boss gear, it would go from 3 durability now to 4 durability. So big buff to people that buy Artisan's Memories, not so big to people that don't have the money for it. Yeah, a few other Pearl Shop items, but nothing too big. Monster changes and quest knowledge. So really, the big things in this patch are definitely the marketplace change, if Vell actually works, Vell coming, the Weekend Magic Oscil accessories. For absolutely high-level players, the 245 AP change could be big. We'll have to see. And the brand new attendance event is pretty huge as well. Anyways, guys, those are the patch notes for the 24th of January 2018 patch. Hope you enjoyed the video. Subscribe if you like it, and have a good one.